Okay, good morning. Welcome to our last of our series of active meditations, which is basically bringing our meditation series into the world, into our lives, away from just sitting on the cushion or sitting in your room, and into kind of your everyday experience. And we've talked about a number of different things, from a sense of mindfulness and presence in our everyday life, from an activation of our senses and really paying attention to the sensation experience, and then we can activate mindfulness even through simple everyday activities, whether it's washing the dishes or the first bite of every meal that we take, we can do really mindfully. We can walk mindfully. We can drive mindfully. We can pay attention to the first light that enters our eyes in the morning, to the first light on our desk when we arrive at our office. And so we can start to be present in our lives more fully. We also have focused on kind of activating our energy and moving our energy, so that we're taking that sense of presence and moving it into the world, so that we're active, alive, and are able to energize our life and energize our goals. And today we're going to do something that may be a bit of a combination of things that we've done in the past few months. We're going to start with a simple standing meditation, move into that silent, stillness, spaciousness, moving meditation that we did last week, and then focus on our goals, and in particular one goal that you'd like to begin to really accomplish in your work life, or it could be a personal goal if you wish, but I'll invite you first to think about a work goal, and then we'll take that into energize that into our lives. All right, so we'll start with what in Qigong they call kind of a tree pose, which is good for really activating the vertical energy channel, if you will. In some ways, you can think about life as an intersection of two dimensions. The horizontal dimension of the body of matter, which is intersected by energy, or in a spiritual language, spirit. That intersection is, of course, where life exists. And so we're always kind of in a balance of these two dimensions of energy and matter, of the vertical dimension of life and the horizontal dimension of life. And we'll work on both of these. So we start with a simple tree pose, which is your legs about shoulder width apart, slight bend on your knees. You're really feeling yourself kind of solid on the ground. Right? So your feet are rooted. So imagine yourself as a tree rooting deeply into the earth. And that rootedness really supports you, right? And it supports your growth. And as you breathe in, you can feel the energy going up through the crown, through the trunk, all the way up through the crown, reaching for the sky. So a tree reaches for the skies, right? So breathing in, down to the roots, digging deep, breathing out, again up, reaching up to the sky like a tree. So let's just hold this for a little while. Breathing out, rooting deeply into the earth, supported. And then breathing out, reaching to the sun, to the sky. Really opening up that vertical channel. Your arms are hanging kind of loose, but firm, like floating in the air. Couple more breaths here. we're going to change a little bit. We're going to go into that moving meditation of the silence, the spaciousness of breathing in, up to the cognitive mind, silence. Breathing out to the body mind, stillness. To the heart, spaciousness. Again, this is both an offering and a receiving posture. Silence. Stillness. Spaciousness. Silence. Stillness. Spaciousness. Get a couple more. Silence in the conscious mind, stillness in the body mind. Opening up for spaciousness. Okay, let's go back into the tree pose now. Again, opening up that vertical channel. We're going to do a visualization now. Series of visualizations focusing on a goal that you have that you want to accomplish this year. So just holding your energy here and just allowing yourself maybe a little bit of movement here. Again, feeling that energy ball. Expanding it with your in-breath. Just feeling that ball of energy there. Okay, good. And take a moment to think about your goal. Close your eyes if you like, and you can do this sitting if you prefer, but if you do it sitting, just keep in mind that I'll invite you to stand up at the end of this process. So thinking about your goal right now, and I want you to think about why this goal is important to you. Meaning is really important in human life, in human energy, and so why have you chosen this goal? Think about the meaning behind it. And if you can't identify meaning, then choose another goal, something that is meaningful to you, that you can answer the why question, why this is important. May expand a little bit as you're breathing, and that's perfectly fine. You may rock a little bit, and that's perfectly fine. And you could do this with your eyes open or your eyes closed. Now take a moment to bring yourself into the future. You've already accomplished this goal. You've succeeded in this near future moment. And I want you to identify a thought that goes along with that, or something that you hear or say in this future moment. And repeat that to yourself for the next 30 seconds. That's activating the left hemisphere of the brain. Now we're going to activate the right hemisphere of the brain and get it aligned in the same goal. So again, in this future state, what's an image that you have of yourself, an image or two of yourself already having accomplished this goal? And just see this image of yourself for the next 30 seconds, activating the right hemisphere. Now, we're going to focus on the limbic system, the midbrain, our emotional brain. We're going to activate the feeling state of having accomplished this goal. You're already there, you've accomplished it. What's the feeling? Maybe a sense of pride or satisfaction or accomplishment, contentment. Step into that feeling for the next 30 seconds. Really feel it. Feeling in the body, sensations of having accomplished this goal. You may feel yourself leaning forward a little bit. This is the energy of your body wanting to move forward towards this goal. You're already there now. Now we're going to move to a different part of the brain and nervous system. This is the smart vagus nerve, our social engagement system. And I want you to think about for a moment here, who benefits from you accomplishing this goal? Who's benefiting as you're seeing this future state? And how are they benefiting? And also begin to identify who supports you. Your own community of care. You could be living people right now in your life supporting you. It could be ancestors or spiritual beings. People who inspire you, that whether you know them or not. And imagine these people right now, spatially around you. A circle around you of support. Knowing that you're not alone in accomplishing this journey, this goal. Feeling the inspiration and support coming from this community of care that's around you right now. And now we're going to move into a state of gratitude. You're coming back into the present moment. Perhaps you put your hands on your heart, or you can hold them in this fashion. And identify something that you're grateful for right now in your life, at this moment. It could be as simple as a good cup of coffee that you had this morning or you're having. It could be a loved one in your life. It could be this beautiful city that we live in and the beautiful weather we're having. What's important is activating a sense of gratitude, not only as a thought, but as a feeling. So feeling the energy of gratitude. This activates our prefrontal cortex, getting us back into the present moment with our intelligence and our heart here and now. Good. Now, in this state of gratitude, I want you to identify one action step that you could take right now to help you move forward on your goal. You might find that you're leaning forward a little bit on your toes here as you're doing that. This is kind of a propulsive, a forward momentum experience. We're going to add to this in a minute. But just identify at least one action step that you can take right now, today, after our meditation, to move towards your goal. And each time you do this, you can identify another action step. And each step along the way get you closer to your goal until you realize you've taken the last step and you're there, just as you saw it, heard it, and felt it. Now let's take this goal that we have and the action step that we've decided to take, and we're going to move it along the horizontal plane or the material plane, the dimension of the material world of life. And we're going to go into kind of a yoga pose here, a little bit. Warrior 2 is what it's called. We're going to do it a little differently. This is more of a meditative state, action state, than it is just a pure yoga move. But your legs are a little bit farther than shoulder width apart now. You're moving, we can start in any direction you want in this context, but you're moving your toes out from one foot and the back foot just a little bit in. And your arms go out, and you bend over as you look in the direction that you're going. So we're moving our energy now along the horizontal plane, taking 3 breaths here. Back into center, and then we'll go the other way. So your goals have trajectory back into center. We're going to do the archer move that we did, I think yesterday or last week. So we come in. You take your fingers together into the archer, you move this hand out, hands are perpendicular, and you breathe out and drop. These are, in a sense, warrior poses. They're energy that we're directing out into the world. But warriors of the heart, warriors of life, where we are not soldiers, but we live and act with compassion, with values in the world. We're willing to live in the world and be in the world fully. That's what it means to be a true warrior. And we're taking our energy, our heart energy, our life energy, and we're directing it into life because this is where we live. And that's our meditation for today.